there's a couple things I want to touch down on, so let's just check today, okay? How has your week been going? Our weekend, depending on when you see this. How's that going? Oh, okay. That's too loud. I can't see that, right? This past week. So we had some interesting developments this past week. And so we'll just talk about everything and nothing at the same time, okay? So first things first, let's give a big shout out to Corey ASMR because he posted a community post with a link to one of my videos, and it got me a ton of traffic and still has. Now, if you're not sure who Corey ASMR is, I'll have his link somewhere in the bio on the screen. I don't know, but you probably already know who he is. I started following him years and basically when I started my channel. He started his shortly before or after, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say after, but not by like a long amount. Wait, let me rephrase that. We started doing ASMR around the same time. My channel was old, but it was like 19 or 20 or something like that. Either way, we both had basically no subscribers back then. But I remember subscribing to him and like I don't know, I think it was a soft spoken video. I can't remember what video it was, but it was a long time ago. And so I quit doing ASMR, right? Remember? No, you don't remember. Unless you're new. So I had like 200 subscribers before I quit. When I came back, something like that, I think. Well, a lot of people who had started on that time also quit, and they never came back. So when I came back, I wasn't surprised to see not only that my subscribers dropped, but some of my like older favorites were like poof, they were going too. Except for Corey. Corey was still around. And it's really interesting because when I first seen him pop up, I did not recognize that was the same Corey, because everything looked different. Everything was different. Like the thumbnails were different, the location was different, and the views were radically different. So I was like, I'm like, wow, that guy looks so familiar. But yeah, and so it wasn't until not even that long ago where I was looking up nails. I was like, I just want to see what the other guys are doing for the nail situation. And a lot of them are just like when they want to do like a nail tapping video, they'll just use like the press-ons, which it's too much of a time investment for me personally. So I just do like the ones you can just wear as rings, right? But he was one of the people who came up, and I was like, oh, like that's crazy, like that's it's so funny because his videos essentially never pop up in my feed though. Like, algorithm has really been, I don't know what they got going on, but they're like, nope, they're like, no way for you. But like I said, I was looking for that video and I found him, and I was like, oh my god, like that's the guy. Like, hey, look how far he's come in all that time. And so anyways, it was really cool to see him, like, he commented on one of my videos and then like linked to my my channel. And that was really cool because a lot of times when people get that big, they are not checking for the small guys, like not at all. So that was refreshing in a lot of ways, but it was also just very nice and humble, and I super duper appreciate it. So again, thank you, Corey, and thank you, and welcome to all the new subscribers. I'll definitely be paying that forward down the line. Yeah, because like he definitely didn't have to do that. It was completely unsolicited also. So, which is nice. It was very nice. So yeah, we're getting a lot of new traffic. I have noticed, like even before, like the uptick, the increase in unsavory comments. They've been popping up a bit more and more. And now I think I've recognized that I actually have some dedicated hate watchers, I guess. Have you ever watched like a video? Yeah, like, do you have a favorite? Of course you do. You have a favorite channel, right? Particularly a personality. What was it? Oh, you have a favorite channel, and of course you'll see those negative comments. Have you ever like noticed a particular people like in the comments, like just like in all of them though, and you're like, why are you watching this person? You clearly hate their guts. And you're kind of like, why do you do that? Why are you subscribed? Why do you follow anyone that you don't like? That's so odd to me, but I think I have identified a couple people who are clearly doing that with my content, and that is both messed up. It's also like we're making both people, because now we got like dedicated haters, and for no freaking reason whatsoever. It's so strange to me. And I think in so many like conflicting comments about like my eating videos, where we were like, you don't chew fast enough, and they're like, you chew too fast. Well, which is okay. Most of the time they say that I don't chew fast enough, and I think the real big problem with this, people are so used to people like Bending and Magic Mikey and etc. People who just eat like Rottweilers. You know, they inhale their food. You know what I mean? I'm like, you wonder if, like, how did they even get any of the flavor? They're moving it down so fast. I'm just a regular person eating regular food. You know what I mean? At a regular pace. I'm not like rushing to get through it or anything like that. So, like, you're desensitized to like a regular eating speed. So, as for people who think it's too fast, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's, I think I'm pretty normal paced. I mean, it does depend on the food. But, yeah, so, whatever. Other news. I actually showed my mom my channel for the first time this week. So no one's really known about it except for my therapist, and she's never actually seen it, but she knows all about it. She's actually literally given me ideas for the channel before. I was just joking to her about this like literally yesterday, but yeah, I finally showed her the channel, and she's a fan. She's very big fan. That's probably has a lot to do with the mom in her, but yeah, so she got to watching like not all of them, but like a lot of my videos. That one day that I told her, it was very cute. She was very happy, and it was nice. But I'm still keeping it under wraps. So I'm like, don't tell anyone. I still don't want anyone to know. Like I want anybody else who finds it to find it organically. I don't want to have to tell them. You know what I mean? So, and I don't see my family find my channel by accident because it's ASMR, and I'm almost positive I'm the only person who knows what that even is. Even the youngins, even the nephews. Well, I take that back. The nephews, they're the ones I gotta worry about. They might, and I got, a dozen nephews. So there's a chance that one of them might be watching ASMR, and they might somehow come across a video of mine. Because years and years ago, when I first got started doing ASMR, a friend of mine found my channel somehow. I don't know how he found it, but he had found it, and he had messaged me like, you're doing ASMR. And mind you, by the time he found it, I was winding down. It was basically done. Like, I had videos scheduled out, but I was done with the channel, basically. I was already done. I was like, yeah, I was doing it, but now I'm kind of, that damn bird, oh my god. What kind of bird is that anyways? I don't mind wildlife, but that bird, it's so particular too. Like, it's clearly just a one bird. What is it? It almost sounds like a chick, but it can't be a chick because it's moved spots. So it's a mating call from some kind of bird. I gotta look that up. But it's super duper and I'd be crazy if it's not a bird though. Like, what if it's not a bird? It's some other kind of animal. That's actually scary. Anyways, I'm positive it's a bird though. Anyways, we're getting off track. What were we talking about? Where were we at? I don't know. We were talking about things. Internet. Dogs. No, birds. Well, the bird, that threw me off. Either way. So, but yeah, like I said, I don't think I have to worry about the family phone unless it's a nephew. And then everyone will find out, because I highly doubt that they'll be like, well, look, I found Uncle Brandon. That'll be a whole thing. And then I'll get a text from who knows who. And it'll be wildfire from there. And that will probably be disastrous. Because I'll get so many opinions that I don't want to hear. I'll get so much feedback that I don't want to hear, and I don't know. My biggest problem is that I just feel like they'll kill the vibe, which is why I'm not telling anybody about it. They'll come in with like that negativity. Like, me and my therapist was talking about this. Like, family can be like the worst with a lot of things, and so you get that like passive aggressive, like, you're doing YouTube. Like, why are you doing that? You're doing what? What is ASMR? Like, that kind of thing, or like some type of, condescending type of, you know what I mean? So, haven't been in a rush to tell anybody, but like I said, I told my mom finally, so she knows. And that should be it for a while. I've been telling myself I'm going to shoot another coming video this week. I think I've finally started to rebound after that watermelon. I was so much. And honestly, now that I think about it, it's weird that gummy wasn't clear. That's why it was like an airhead so much, because it was a solid color. I don't even know if I've ever seen a solid colored gummy before. Like, they're always a little transparent, right? But that thing wasn't transparent. So, I also haven't done a lollipop video in a couple weeks. is next up. So yeah, you guys, you catch me complaining about the heat all the time, and I was seeing my psychiatrist not that long ago, and at the end I had to see this nurse, and then like as I was about to actually just leave the appointment, she was like, "Oh wait, I gotta go over this thing with you," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, I just have to go over this paper here. I gotta remind you that you know, you're supposed to stay out of the heat in the sun." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, you, like one of your medications, it like, you know, you don't tolerate heat in the sun as well anymore because of the medication you're on. So basically, you need to go to A to B. You go from A to B and not linger in between when you're going somewhere. So, you know, basically, like, I can't chill outside when it's really, really hot." Which makes sense about a lot of things, but you know, I wasn't exactly following that in the best way. But now I know. So, well, it's really interesting how medication can do that. So maybe that's why I get so irritable when I'm outside. I'm hot. I get so I get into like almost a rage, almost, and it'll be out of nowhere. I'll be fine, and then all of a sudden I'm just like ready to explode. And I'm just like into like complete melancholy all of a sudden. It could be the heat. I don't know. This light's bothering me. I think I'm gonna get one more light. And honestly, I should probably try tweaking with this one a bit more. I mean, I really probably should. I haven't really, I'm kind of like, well, this works right here. But it's like, maybe I should make it go further up. And so, also, why is this? Yeah, this green screen. I'm having a problem with that because these folds, we don't want those folds there because they're gonna mess with the darn, you know, the king. So, because they're creating all those shadows and it's gonna mess up. I need it all to be one solid and flat, you know what I mean? Like this, you can see where you know, well, you see it's darker here and then it gets light and then it gets light. That's a problem. You don't want that. You want it to be even. But see, I have it kind of hanging lower because it's short. I need to get another green screen. I need to get a longer one. But the green screens cost way more than you would think they would cost. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to pay like, I don't know, $15, which might sound cheap to you, but it ain't cheap to me. This one only cost me like $6. But it's short, so you know, I have to be really, either have to crop the video when I'm editing or I have to have it closer to me. Like right now, the camera is closer to me, but either way, look, I'm having an issue. Like, I need it to be longer. Like, it needs to come down. I was saying it needs to come down. So what is? I think this is it's like six feet. This is 6 feet. I believe I need like 8. I need 8. I need 8. I need 8 feet. And I probably need it to be a little wider too, honestly. Actually, no, I don't. It's fine. The width is fine. I just need the length. And actually, it might not even need to be as long as it is. I'm trying to figure out why isn't it? Oh, because of the way I have it. Yeah, I need to. So I have a hook on the ceiling that comes down and it hooks. Or 2 hooks, and so then I have this on the hook, and then it's clamped onto the green screen. Well, I have 3 so that it can come down a bit lower. But that's creating this drooping because I can't, like, you know, because the rings are they're what is the word I'm looking for? They're pulling in, you know what I mean? Because they have like leeway, whereas if it's just that one ring, it wouldn't be able to do that. I could have it much tighter, but because there's 3 rings, I did it. Am I making any sense to myself? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try tweaking with this. I get so upset with this thing though because it's like sometimes it becomes like the hook will come off, and then I won't want to mess with it. Like there was a couple of videos recently where you could see the back once again because like the black backdrop had fallen. I had like sat down, and it was that one's pretty. It has plenty of length. But I sat down and I kind of went back too far back and it got like wedged. And anyways, it popped down from this end. Not the hook, but like somehow, like this part, it just came right out of the actual pin thing. The clamp, right? And I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to take that one off the hook and then just leave it like that. And before I had a problem with the actual toe hook was coming out. And I'm like, I don't feel like doing all that. So forget it. But I hate messing with it because I have to climb on this couch to get up there because it's so high up. And then I'm worried about it. Like, I don't like messing with it. So, it would be great if I could just leave it. You know what I mean? But, like I said, I still need to figure out the light, right? We're never getting the light. I need to figure out the light. Like, should I lower this? Or should I lower the light? I've looked up so many videos on YouTube about the lighting, and it's like the tips they're giving me don't apply because my space is so much smaller than any of the small spaces they're using. So it's like I don't have the space to have space but behind me. You know what I mean? So it doesn't, like I can't really have a light casting behind me. It just won't work. It'll just be is that what is that? Something's been flying by my face. Anyways, so now we got like coolant on here, and I know I can't even. Like, this is gonna mess up if I'm doing an effect in this video. It's gonna mess it up. This is the problem with the green screen is that, like, I have to be careful what triggers I'm using. So like when I did like I was showing off those new triggers, I couldn't use the green screen effect because so many of those items had green or like a really green hue, so it was making them go invisible and just messing with the whole thing. So I couldn't use it then. And whereas if it was a black backdrop, I mean it's versatile. I could always use it, but that backdrop is really shiny. I don't know. Like I need to figure it out. Like I said, I think I need one more light. This is technical. I think this is an umbrella light. I think that's what this is called. I'll have to bring up the picture for you. And okay, if you're an ASMR artist and you had a good setup, tell me how you got your setup going. And I was talking with somebody, who was it? Jacob was saying, Jacob is a subscriber by the way. He was saying like, I should do like the color scheme, like the purple, like that RGB thing. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh no, I would love that, but I can't figure out the dang lights because like to have like this light would drown out whatever I've got going on in the back. Because I've tried using like I have like one of those little projectors that does like the little like galaxy type of deal. You know what I mean? And not a galaxy, but like the auroras. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But it gets light source is. So I'm like, well, how do they do that? How do they get the light right? So but they have more space behind them. So my guess is I'll have to get dedicated lights, like those long, thin lights, if I want to have something going on in the back, which would be great, because if I had that going on in the back, I probably wouldn't use the green screen very much, and I wouldn't use the black one at all, probably, you know what I mean? So who knows? Anyways, I'm just rambling on at this point, complaining about the same thing I'm always complaining about, the lights, which I'm just never going to figure it out. I'm not trying to figure, like, tell me what you do. And yours up if you do ASMR. Like, let me know what your light situation is. Because, yeah. And the truth is, I don't really have room for another light just like this. So, like, my space is already so cramped. I can't imagine having another one of those. It would have to be right here. Oh my god. Well, it's early in my neighborhood decided they want to start fighting early, and of course you have the fire trucks going on, so birds squealing. I think that's telling me that it's time for this to wrap this up. So anyways, I'm done with my tangent. Thank you to everyone. Thank you again to Corey ASMR. I want to congratulations on your success. Hello to all the new subscribers, and of course, if you're watching this video and you're brand new, please go ahead and subscribe and support the channel. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. But with all that, I think I'm finally going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go. So thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you in the next video. But in the meantime, go ahead and tell me what videos you would like to see. Okay? Or what triggers have you seen me use that you would like to see more of? That kind of deal. Just let me know. Tell me, what do you like hearing? What do you want to see / hear? Okay? And until then, peace out, people.